Today on FSI, we are breaking down the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers from a betting perspective. Now we're at 15-3 in our official moves on Twitter, so make sure you check that out. Now what we're going to do is give you the best information to make an educated decision on the game. I'm your host, Tom Cross, and to my right is our analytics expert, Stephen Food.
Thanks for tuning in this week. The Saints are on the road as a 5.5 point underdog. They're plus 200 on the money line, and the Bucs are minus 240.
Man, these guys in Vegas are good. I was expecting the number to be around 3.5, but they got it up to 5.5, 6, and that's the right and appropriate number. A lot of hype is on the Bucs right now with AB and Godwin coming back, so I expect the public to back the Bucs, while some of the sharps might find some value in that Saints number.
This is going to be an exciting week for both teams. Michael Thompson is returning after missing 7 weeks due to injury, and on the other side, Antonio Brown is making his season debut with the Bucs. Tampa Bay is going to be a big favorite in this matchup because that offense looks unstoppable here.
Tom Brady is having a phenomenal season. Of course, early on he struggled and he threw pick sixes because they weren't in sync. But he's getting his roommate, AB, back. And he's going to love throwing to him and Godwin, who's also coming back this week. So I expect big things out of Tom Brady and that Tampa Bay offense this week.
I think the decline of Brees is starting to show this season. He only has 13 touchdowns, and we're already halfway through the season. He didn't have a starting receiver for most of the games, but for a player of his caliber, there should be no excuse for performing poorly.
Now, the Tampa Bay's offensive line has been great this season. They're one of the best in the league. And no doubt were they on full display against the Giants, and they were able to ink out that win. Now, the Saints, they got Henderson back, which was their second leading sack getter last year. And he was able to get pressure on Nick Foles in the Bears game. So I expect this matchup to be even. Tom Brady's going to have to get rid of the ball quick and be fast and know exactly where he's going to be putting it.
The strongest part of that Saints offense is their offensive line. They've only allowed a sack rate of 3.5% this year, which is second best in the league. However, I do think it's evenly matched because the Bucs have a top-tier pass rush as well.
Now, the most significant receiver to the Tampa Bay offense has been Chris Godwin. When he plays, it takes that offense up to another level. AB, I expect him to play about 20 or so snaps. He's going to be in the game. He might not be a huge factor in his first one. Now, on the other side of the ball here, the Saints, all they do is hold and do pass interferences. Obviously, you saw that they did that against the Bears and that allowed them to get to overtime. They really have a bad reputation of being a bad secondary and continuously holding and making pass interference.
The Saints are expecting Emmanuel Sanders and Michael Thomas returning from injury. This is without a doubt their top 2 wideouts, and it should be a big boost for the offense. However, I think it'll take a game or two for them to get back into game shape. I'll take the Bucs defense over the Saints here.
Now, the Tampa Bay run game has been hit or miss this year. They do try to run the ball when they can, and Brady does find effective spots for him to give it to Ronald Jones or Fournette. But overall, they are rated around a C to C+. Every now and then they get the run game going, and it really looks good. Now, the Saints, they got a pretty stud defensive front, and I think they're going to be able to obviously stop the run of Tampa Bay. But those receivers of Tampa Bay are going to draw so much attention. I wouldn't be surprised to see Ronald Jones go over 100 yards in this matchup.
Alvin Kamara is the primary force behind that Saints offense. He's a leader in rushing and receiving, so he's literally carrying the team by himself. I actually like the Bucs' run defense here. They're allowing just 3.2 yards per carry, which is actually the best in the league right now.
Now, obviously, I like Tampa Bay in this matchup. I was hoping that it would be 3.5 so I could buy it down to 2.5. Now, at Circa, they do let you buy 2 points. So Sunday, it was at 4.5, and I could have got it down to 2.5, but unfortunately, I didn't make that move. So what I ended up having to do is take the money line. Now, Tampa is the better team in this position. They are better on offense and defense, and they're at home, and it's a must win for the division or the NFC number 1 seed.
The Bucs offense is so stacked right now. This isn't even a fair game. And a big weakness of that New Orleans defense has been their pass defense. So there's absolutely no way they can defend that Tampa offense. I'm taking the Bucs minus 5.5 points here.
Now, we can't predict injuries or the weather, so make sure you follow our Twitter for our official moves. We're 15-3, and we are murdering the sportsbook. Do me a favor and smash that like button and subscribe. Tell us who you're going to be taking in the comments below.
We don't care about favorite teams here. Our focus is on making you money. Follow our social media on Twitter, Instagram, or our webpage. The links are below.